class. Okay. So one more thing is that here in the binary adders, so there are basic many adder circuits are present actually. Like from this we are going to see few of the adder circuits and what are the advantage of and disadvantage of these adder circuits. We will going to discuss actually. The first type of adder circuit is actually binary parallel adder. Okay, we have seen actually basic adder circuits like half adder and full adder. In this half adder and full adder, what we have done, it is going to add only either 2 bits of binary data or 3 bits of binary data. Okay. Now the thing is, if we have continuously few bits of binary data, so see here, binary parallel adder means what? Let's say how the question will come mainly. Design a 4-bit binary parallel adder. Let's say this is the question. BPA. It is also called BPA, binary parallel adder. Okay, if you are not getting, if you are not understanding, please unmute and ask me, students. Okay, so what is the meaning of this 4-bit BPA? 4-bit BPA means it's nothing else. Let's say A is a 4-bit, like A4, A3, A2, A1 are of 4 bits, and B is of B4, B3, B2, and B1. These are the 4 bits A and B. I need to add this A plus B. So what I need to do, as we know that in order to add these 2 bits, let's say this is the example of something 1001 1100, like this is the example. A will be 1001, B will be 1110. So now tell me, in order to add these 2 bits, what we need? I need a half adder because this is 2 single bit, okay, binary data. So I need a half adder. Let's say half adder 1 I need. The name of the half adder is, let's say, HA1, and it may generate some carry. Am I correct, friends? It will give S1 and it may generate some carry. That carry will go over here, which is nothing else like C1 or C1. So that carry is now another bit along with that A to B2. So there are how many bits now? 3 bits now. Okay, do you all understand now? Now it has actually 3 bits. So these 3 bits, what it require? It require a full adder to add C2, A2, and B2. It require a full adder. Let's say full adder A is, this is a name is FA2. Now again it generates some 2 and it generates some carry now, and the carry will go to the next bit, which is, let's say, C2. Now C2, A3, and B3. This is again, it require another full adder, which is FA3. Now it generates some 3 and it generates certain carry, let's say C3. That C3, A4, B4 require another full adder, which is FA4. So what do you understand from this? In order to do a 4-bit binary parallel adder BPA, I just require a one half adder and 3 full adders. Am I correct, students? Do you all understand? Now, this is the one procedure I can do. Okay, that's why I'm making a asterisk here. And also, I can able to add this A4, A3, A2, and A1. Similarly, B4, B3, B2, and B1. Okay, I can also add this A plus B using 4 full adders. How? Let's say I am having here C1 carry 1. I am giving as an input carry over here. Let's say always this input carry is 0. Okay, let's say you will be asked to design a 4-bit BPA only using the full adder. So what you need to do? So it is having 2 bits. 2 bits means I need only half adder. But if we have one more extra bit as an input, so 2 bits for half adder and this 1 bit, total 3 bit. 3 bit can be possible with the help of full adder. So the question has been given here: design a 4-bit BPA using full adders only. So what you need to do? You need to provide an extra input carry, which is always 0, and now you can add these 3 bits C1, A1, B1, okay, using a full adder 1. Next, it generates some 1 and it generates carry C2, A2, B2. It adds with full adder 2. Next, it generates some 2 and it generates some carry C3. C3, A3, B3 will be added with FA3 and it generates S3. Now it generates some carry here C4, A4, B4 will be added with FA4. So what do you understand from here? I can design a binary parallel adder either with the help of one half adder and 3 full adders, else I can design it with the help of 4 full adders. Do you understand? This is very important takeaway point, so need to understand this. Okay, now the important concept is here. Let's say I am giving a one more important thing. What is that? Let's say here you can say this binary parallel adder is also called RCA, ripple carry adder. Why it is called ripple carry adder? It's also a very important concept. Okay, please try to understand important concept this one. What is RCA? Since a carry is rippling, okay, carry is transformed from one adder circuit to another adder circuit. Do you understand now? This is require one full adder. Okay, sorry, this require one full adder. Okay, this require one full adder, and this full adder is generating a carry which is C2, that is going to another full adder FA2. Okay, now this actually requires, this full adder requires C2 A2 B2, and it also again generates a carry C3 that is going to FA3. Okay, who generating here? This full adder is generating this carry. So what do you understand from here? Again, this full adder is generating this C4. So here what is happening? This full adder FA1 is generating this carry C2. So what do you understand here? Carry is transformed from one adder to another adder. So this is very important. Carry is transferred from one adder to another like a ripple, like a ripple. That's why it is also called a RCA. Understand, students? This is very important concept. 2 mark question you can expect from this. Okay, why BPA is called RCA? Because adders are rippling the carry to the next adder bit. Okay, here what is happening? Carry is transformed from one adder to the another adder. That's why it's called a ripple carry adder. Now the concept is how to design this 4-bit BPA. Okay, now the question is how to design this 4-bit BPA. Now if the question comes like this, design a 4-bit binary parallel adder. So you understand the concept of BPA. What is binary parallel adder? It's a parallel operation is happening over here. So what is happening? 4-bit BPA means the block diagram will be like this. Okay, let's say this is my 4-bit BPA, 4-bit binary parallel adder. So as I told you, if I'm going to design with all 4 full adders, so what I have to do? I have to require one extra carry, which is, let's say, your C0, okay, which is always given as a 0. Next, it has A3, A2, A1 and A0, 4 bits, and it has actually B3, B2, B1, B0, 4 bits, B3, B2, B1 and B0. Okay, and it generates sum of how many bits, students? It generates S3, S2, S1, S0. Do you all understand? So this, and it also finally generates a carry, which is actually a C4. Okay, so how is it? I'm going to tell you. Do you all understand about this concept or any doubt? Please let me know. Okay, how this block diagram has been, the 4-bit BPA requires one carry input. That carry input is fixed over here, which is 0. Then A3, A2, A1, A0. Okay, so this is your C4, A3, A2, A1, A0, A3, A2, A1, A0, B3, B2, B1, B0, and here S3, S2, S1, S0. Okay, so like this. Now what is how the design will be? As I told you, the logic circuit will be, so it require a full adder. This full adder actually adds the input carry FA0. Let's say it takes the A0 bit, B0 bit and carry input C0, that is fixed, and it generates the sum S0 and propagates the carry as a ripple to the next full adder. So this is my full adder 1 now. Okay, this full adder 1, what it takes? It takes the As you seen here, it takes the next bits of the A1 B1. So this is my A1, okay, and B1, and it generates the sum 1 and carry next bit carry. This is C1, this is C2. Carry 2 will be propagated to as a ripple to the next full adder FA2. Next it generates the sum 2, and this takes the A2 and B2, okay, and it propagates the carry C3, and this is my final full adder FA3, which generates the S3, and inputs are A3 B3, okay, and it generates the finally carry output carry C4. Okay, so do you all understand now how the BPA 4-bit BPA? So this is my S3 S2 S1 S0 are my 4 inputs, okay, are my 4 outputs sum. This is sum, 4-bit sum, okay, and carry output. This is output carry, and this is my input carry, okay, because I am taking it as a full adders, all full adders. So this is actually the design using 4 full adders. Now the question has been asked to you how to design it using the half adders, 1 half adder and 4 full adders. What you need to do? Very simple. You just has to replace this full adder with a half adder by removing this carry. Okay, you just has to, what is the changes you have to do in this? You have to remove this carry and change this into HA0. Okay, now it's just a 2 bits A0 B0. It performs and gives sum 0, and whatever carry generates it will propagate to the full adder. But still it's a RCA. Why it is RCA? Because carry is being transformed from one adder circuit to the another error circuit like a ripple. Okay, so how the design it? Do you all understand? I can design with the help of 4 full adders, or I can design with the help of 1 half adder and 3 full adders. So this is the way I can design with 1 half adder and 3 full adders. Else I can design with all the 4 full adders. Okay, so this is the way my design will be. So now next question. So the next question is, let's say design a 8-bit binary parallel adder using 4-bit binary parallel adders. It has not been asked to design with the help of full adders. It has been asked to design with the help of only BPS. So at that time, what you need to do? I would require here, what is my requirement over here? My requirement is mainly here 8 bits of A. Hello? No. Okay, do you all understand? So here my requirement is to design a 8-bit BPA using 4-bit BPS. Okay, so what I need to do here, my requirement is to design A7. Okay, so A7, A6, A5, A4, A3, A2, A1, A0, 8 bits of A. Remaining B is also 8 bits, B6, B5, B4, B3, B2, B1, B0. Okay, so these are my requirements. I need to add this A plus B. So now the requirement is mine 8 bits actually, and I have to design it with the help of only 4-bit BPS, not with the help of full adders or half adders. Okay, so what you need to do, if I am going to design it with the full adders, I need how many full adders? I need 8 full adders, else I need 7 full adders and 1 half adder. But the question is not asked to design with the help of full adders. It has been asked to design a 8-bit BPA using 4-bit BPS. Now what you need to do, you just has to first encounter with this. This is my MSB bit and this is my LSB bit. Now start adding the bits from the LSB onwards. So now you can see here A0, A1, A2, A3 are 4 bits of A. B0, B1, B2, B3 are of 4 bits of B. These 4 bits has been added using one 4-bit BPA, that is called BPA 0, let's say. Okay, and it generates, it takes what actually? It takes one carry input, let's say C0, which is 0, and it propagates a carry output to the next cascade BPA, that is C4, which is output carry of this BPA 0. Now this A7, A6, A5, A4 and B7, B6, B5, B4 again require another BPA, that is BPA1, and it produces the carry output here C8, okay, as a carry out C8. Okay, and what are the sums? It generates sum S0, S1, S2, S3, and these BPS will generate the sum S4, S5, S6, S7. Okay, any doubt on this, students? So now do you understand what you need to do? You require two cascading things over here. So how the block diagram will be? My block diagram will be like this to design. Please check here. So these are all very important things. If you are not understanding, please unmute and ask me, students. So I need two BPS here, 4-bit BPS, and I gave your name that this 4-bit BPA is, let's say, BPA 0. Am I correct? So this BPA 0, what are my inputs? My inputs for this BPA 0 is C0. Okay, and what are my inputs here? The inputs are A3, A2, A1, A0, B3, B2, B1, B0. Okay, B3, B2, B1, B0. And it provides me output sum which are S3, S2, S1, S0. Now it generates what carry, which is cascading? It generates carry C4. It generates carry C4, which is transmitting to the next BPA, 4-bit BPA. So this is my 4-bit BPA, okay, which is name is I have given BPA1, and this generates the sum of 4 bits, and finally the carry out of C8. And what are the input bits? The input bits are my A7, A6, A5, A4. Similarly, B7, B6, B5, B4. Okay, and it generates sum of S7, S6, S5, S4. Okay, so these are the things you need to design. So this is actually what you have designed, the 8-bit BPA. So this is completely is my 8-bit BPA, where inputs are, these are my inputs, and this is another input C0, which is input carry always 0, and these are my outputs of this 8-bit BPA. So this is my 8-bit BPA using only 4-bit BPS. Okay, so do you need understand, in order to design a 8-bit BPA I require two BPA0 and BPA1. Now the question is, so let's say now the question is, design a 10-bit binary parallel adder using 4-bit BPA and 3-bit BPS. So what you need to do? So this is also very important 5-mark question, students. So what you need to design a 10-bit BPA using 4-bit BPS and 3-bit BPS. So what you need to do here, our requirement is what? First of all, my requirement is A is of 10-bit, which is nothing else, my starting from A9, A8, A7, A6, A5, A4, A3, A2, A1, A0. Similarly, B is of 10 bits, B9, B8, B7, B6, B5, B4, B3, B2, B1, B0. Okay, so this is my requirement. I need to add this with A plus B. Okay, now what I have to do over here? It has been asked to design only with the help of 4-bit BPS and 3-bit BPS. So for that reason, what you need to do mainly here, you need to have first start from always LSB. I have told you. So this is my MSB and this is my LSB. So let's say I have been taken here 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 bits of A and these 4 bits of B. So this required one BPA to design. That BPA is, let's say, a 4-bit BPA. So this is my 4-bit BPA, and the name of the BPA is, let's say, BPA 0. Okay, and it generates, sorry, A0, A3, A2. Okay, Do you all understanding what I'm saying, students? Very simple. So this is my B4. So in order to design this first 4-bit BPA, I need A0, A1, A2, A3, B0, B1, B2, B3 of B can be added with BPA 0, and it produces the output S0, S1, S2 and S3, and it propagates a carry here, and it takes a input carry C0 which is 0, and it propagates C4. Okay, now this A4, A5 and A6, these 3 bits, B6, B5, B4, 3 bits. Okay, this can be designed with the help of 3-bit BPA. Okay, which is called also BPA1. Okay, and it generates some 4, some 5 and some 6 with carry, next propagation carry, which is actually C7. Okay, are you understanding? Next, this A9, A8, A7 and B9, B8, B7 is going to be added with binary parallel adder 2, and it generates some S7, S8, S9, and it generates final carry out, which is actually what? C10. Okay, so these are my 10 bits of sum, and this is my carry output, and this is my carry input. Okay, do you all understand? So this is the help. So here what I need actually, 3 cascadings I need, one with 4-bit BPA, another 2 are of 3-bit BPA. Okay, like this way you have to design. So now we are going to design this. How actually, please say here, the block diagram will be like this. So my block diagram would be, first I need 4-bit BPA here. Okay, so this is my 4-bit BPA whose name is BPA 0 I have been given. Your wish, whatever you want to give. It takes C0 as 0 and remaining 4 bits of A, 4 bits of B. Okay, so this is my B, sorry, let's say A3, A2, A1, A0, B3, B2, B1, B0. Okay, and it generates the sum of S3, S2, S1, S0, and it generates carry C4. Okay, this C4 will go to the next 3-bit BPA. Okay, so this is my 3-bit BPA, and I have been given name of this as a BPA1. Okay, so are you all understand? Very simple. I am just doing the cascading operation, nothing else. So what are the inputs for this? The inputs for this is actually 3-bit A and 3-bit B. Okay, here input will be mine A. What are the inputs? A6, A5, A4, A6, A5, A4. Similarly, B6, B5, B4. Okay, and it generates a carry of C7. Okay, next it will go to again this 3-bit BPA. This, and it generates sum of 3 bits S6, S5, S4. Okay, and it again takes 3-bit A, 3-bit B, which are nothing else my A9, A8, A7, B9, B8, B7, and it's again a 3-bit BPA, and the name of it I have given BPA2. Next, it generates 3-bit sum S9, S8, S7, and finally the carry output is getting generated from here as a C10. So this is my carry output, and these are my sum, 10-bit sum. Okay, output 10-bit sum output. Okay, and these are my total 10 bits of A. Okay, and B, 10 bits of B as an input. Understand, students? This is the way you need to do. Now, if there is any doubt, please let me know immediately. Students, any doubt? Please
Sorry, sir.
unmute and tell me. What?
So I'm late to this class, sir. Once you repeat this
Okay, what I'm
again,
saying, for this design a 10-bit BPA, I just need 4-bit BPA and 3-bit BPS. Okay, so the question is design a 10-bit BPA using 4-bit BPA and 3-bit BPA. So for that reason, in order to design it with the help of 4-bit BPA, I just require start from LSB. From LSB, take 4 bits of A, take 4 bits of B. That will be designed with the help of 4-bit BPA that I have done here. and this 4-bit BPA generates 4 bits of sum and a carry C4. That carry will be get propagated to the next BPA. So here after 4 bit, how many bits left out of 3? 10 minus 4 means 6 bits left out. This 6 bits I can divide into two 3-bit 3 bits. So I have done with the help of 3-bit BPA A6 A5 A4 B6 B5 B4 will be designed with the help of 3-bit BPA along with this carry input, and it generates carry output of C7, which will go to the next 3-bit BPA where A9 A8 A7 B9 B8 B7 will be accommodating the adder circuit. Okay, so this is the way, just a cascading manner. So C0 is the input carry, which I have told you because I am going to design with the help of this BPS using full adders. So I have taken here C0. Okay, so that is the reason A3 A2 A1 A0, 4 bits of A, 4 bits of B going to be added with 4-bit BPA and provides sum of S3 S2 S1 S0, and finally it provides carry output C4, which will be propagated to the next bit BPA, which is 3-bit BPA. Okay, so now you can see this C4 as a input to this 3-bit BPA, and it takes remaining 3 bits of 6 bits A6 A5 A4 B6 B5 B4, and it generates carry output of 6 sorry, some output of S6 S5 S4, and finally it also generates carry output C7, which will go to the next 3-bit BPA, okay, as a input carry. So these are A9, A8, A7 are remaining last 3 bits of the MSBs, and B9, B8, B7 are the B bits of the MSBs, and finally it generates S9, S8, S7, and finally it generates C10 output carry. So this is the way I can design a 10-bit BPA. Now tell me how to design, actually if the question comes, design a 12-bit binary parallel adder using 3-bit BPS only. So you tell me how many 3-bit BPS required. As you know that 12 divided by 3, 4 3-bit BPS required. Do you all understand? So what you need to do, it's very simple. I'm just not doing this. I'm just giving you a glimpse over here, starting from A11, A10, A9, A8, A7, A6, A5, A4, A3, A2, okay, A1 and A0. These are my A bits of 12 bits. B is of again B11, B10, B9, B8, B7, B6, B5, B4, B3, B2, B1, B0. Okay, so out of this, what you have to do, start always from LSB, I have told you, and go towards MSB. So at that time, what you need to do, you just need to have 3 bits of BPS. So this is one 3-bit BPA. So let's say BPA 0 will gives us S0, S1, S2, and it generates a carry which is C3, and this A5, A4, A3, and B5, B4, B3, it generates some B3, B some 4, some 5, and it's required BPA 1, another 3-bit, and it generates a carry of C6. Okay, again this is require another 3-bit BPA here, which is actually BPA 2, and it generates some 6, some 7, some 8, and it again requires another 3-bit BPA here, A11, A9, and it takes a carry of C9. Okay, and it requires another BPA which is BPA 3, and it generates S9, S10, S11. So with the help of 4 3-bit BPS, I can able to design this 12-bit binary parallel adder. Now tell me, in some objective questions of this mid exam, let's say the question comes, a 12-bit BPA require how many number of full adders and half adders? So what you need, there will be separate choices will be there, C and D. So in some choices it is written 10 full adders, 2 half adder, let's say 1 half adder and 11 full adder, let's say 12 full adders, let's say 6 full adder, 6 half adder. So what will you do? So here two answers. Am I correct, students? C as well as B. Anybody can get the mark. Okay, C and B. Because for 12-bit BPA, I need 12 full adders. Else, I need 1 half adder with 11 full adders. Else, I need 4 3-bit BPS. Also, I need B 4-bit BPS, any of the way I can able to design this. Okay, any doubt, please let me know, students. Else I will proceed further. Okay, do you all understand the binary parallel ladder? Now we'll move to the next part of our syllabus. Okay. So the question is very, very important. It may come in the mid exam as well. Okay. You have to design an adder subtractor circuit. 4-bit adder subtractor circuit. Means one single circuit can perform both the operation of adder as well as subtraction. Okay. Now you understand what do you mean by 4-bit adder. Now I have just told you what you have to do in order to add, let's say, A of 4-bit, which is nothing else your A3, A2, A1, A0, and B is of B3, B2, B1, B0. Do you understand now what to do for A plus B? Just you need to have 4 full adders. This will give us my adder circuit. Now tell me how to do the same thing with the help of full adders, a 4-bit subtractor circuit. That is important. Now tell me what is subtraction mainly. So let's say this is my A, which is nothing else A3, A2, A1, A0, and B, which is nothing else B3, B2, B1, B0. Okay, now what do you mean by subtraction? If I want to perform the subtraction between these two, can I do in this way, students? So what is 2s complement of subtraction technique? I can have, let's say this is my minuend, let's say this is my subtrahend. Do you all understand this subtrahend and minuend? So what I need to do in 2s complement of subtraction technique, this will come in the exam, 2s complement of subtraction technique. What you need to do here? You have to first find out 2s complement of the subtrahend. Am I correct? Okay, if I am going to find out 2s complement of the subtrahend, what I need to do? I have to first find out the 1s complement of subtrahend, and finally I have to add 1, which gives me 2s complement of the subtrahend. For what input I have to do this? For B input I have to do this. So B input must be expressed in this form, then I can add it up. Next bit, next procedure is what? I have to add this 1s 2s complement of subtrahend with minuend. Next is what? Minuend plus 2s complement of subtrahend. Am I correct? So for that reason, in order to perform the addition operation with the minuend, I need to perform the 2s complement of the subtrahend. So how to get now 2s complement of the subtrahend? Let's say I have been taken this A as A3, A2, A1, A0, and B, what I am going to do? I have been just to perform the B3 bar, B2 bar, B1 bar, B0 bar. Okay, so what is 2s complement? 1s complement plus 1. What is 1s complement? I just has to interchange 0 with 1, 1 with 0. So I am just going to do this operation, complement operation. Next I am going to add with 1. Then I have to add all these to get A minus B. Students, am I correct or not? Please let me know. So what I am doing extra here? I am doing extra here 2s complement of B. Okay, 2s complement of B. So by somehow, if I can design this 2s complement of B circuit, then I can add with this A0, A3, A3, A2, A1, A0, then I can get A minus B circuit. Okay, do you all understand, students? Now tell me one very important concept I'm going to tell you here. Just tell me here, who will do this inverting operation? Let's say I'm going to tell you more about this XOR gate little bit over here. So do you all know about the XOR gate? What is the job of XOR gate? XOR gate, let's say A, B are my inputs. A XOR B, it will perform, and it will gives me 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. So 0, 0, it will give 0, 1, 1, 0. Okay. So this is the way my XOR operate. So now XOR gate, what I am going to do? Let's say case 1 of XOR gate I have been taken as like this. Okay, let's say one, it's a 2-bit XOR gate. Please try to understand, very important, then you can able to design this circuit, adder subtractor circuit. Okay, so let's say this is my B0 bit. I need B0 bar. Am I correct, students? I need B0 bar. Only I need B0 bar, B1 bar, B2 bar, B3 bar. So what I need to do? Please check here. If B0 is like this, if I am putting one of the input is fixed always to the high, BCC. So what I will get here, the Z. Z is B0 XOR with 1. So B0 is either 0 or 1. Am I correct? If you perform 0 with 1 XOR operation, what I will get here? 1. And if I'll, one is B0, another is always 1. So what I will get, B0 XOR with 1. B0 is either 0 or 1, and 1, another input is always 1. So 0 and 1, what is XOR? 1. 1 and 1, what is XOR? 0. So what do you understand from this? I have understand that my Z output is B0 bar. Am I correct, students? So B0 is 0, I am getting 1. B0 is 1, I am getting 0. So can I say that this performance gives me B0 bar output? Okay, this type of circuit where one input is B0, another input of XOR is fixed. Okay, which gives me Z equal to B0 bar. Are you understanding? So if I am going to use this XOR gates along with one input fixed as a 1, I can get this type of operation of B3 bar, B2 bar, B1 bar, B0 bar. Do you all understand, students, or any doubt? Please let me know. Now, I told you in the same circuit I want to design both adder as well as subtractor. Okay. So for that reason, I have to see the case 2. What is my case 2 over? Let's say I have been taken another XOR here, 2 input XOR only. So let's say this is my B0 and here I fixed it to the ground. Always it will be 0. So what will be my output first? B0, another one is ground, 0. So B0 XOR 0, this is my output Z. So what will be my output I have get here? Either B0 is 0 or 1 and this will be 0, 0. So 0 and 0, it gives me 0. 1 and 0, it gives me 1. So what do you understand from this? Can I say that Z is nothing else my B0? Here, if another input is 0 fixed, so I am getting Z equal to B0. So can I use these two concepts in my adder subtractor circuit, students? Yes, obviously yes. Answer is obviously yes. Now, I'm going to design this. Please let me know if you are not understanding. So after that, you will get it actually. See the design, how I'm doing a adder subtractor circuit. So what I have done here, it's a 4-bit. So I need how many? 4 full adders I need. So this is my FA0 where I can say that C0 and this is my 1 bit is fixed here, A0, and B0 bit, what I have done, I have been applied through XOR gate. Okay, B0 bit I have been applied through XOR gate. This is my B0. Next, it generates some 0. Sorry, it's not some 0, output 0. So I have told you this may be a adder circuit as well as maybe a subtractor circuit, and it generates the carry 1. Okay, and it will go to the next full adder FA1. Please try to understand, very important concept I am explaining. O1, and it takes A1 and B1 will be taken through a XOR gate. Okay, this is my B1, but what I have not yet discussed, what is this input, I have not yet discussed. Okay, please try to understand this concept. This is my C2, sorry, C1, C2, and this will go to the next full adder. Since it's a 4 bits, I need 4 full adders. Am I correct, friends? This is my FA2, and here I have been given here A2, and B2 is through the XOR gate as usual. Okay, this is my B2. Next, it generates C3, and this would be my FA3, which generates output 3, and it takes the input A3 and takes the another B through the XOR. Okay, this is my B3. Okay, and it finally generates a carry output of C. Do you all understand or any doubt on this circuit? Now I am going to explain you what it will mainly do. Okay, please see here. If I am going to use here case 1, let's say my all XOR inputs are 1. Okay, and here carry is also 1. What it will give me? Okay, please see here what it will give me. So A, I am giving it like a A3, A2, A1, A0 as it is. Now tell me, if I am giving here this all will be 1. Okay, this all will be 1. What would be I am getting here? Can I get here B3 bar? Can I get here B2 bar? Can I get here B1 bar? Can I get here B0 bar? Am I correct, students? Okay, so I have got here what actually B0 bar, B3 bar, B2 bar, B1 bar, and it is all going to the full adder. So can I say that this is my B3 bar, B2 bar, B1 bar, B0 bar, all going to what? The full adders. If I am just giving all these as a 1, all these as a 1. If I'm all giving all these as 1, and what I have done, I have also given input carry as a 1. So if I'll put input carry as 1, what it will do? It will add a extra 1 over here, which is nothing else my carry 0. Am I correct, students? Do you all understand? So now you can see my design, whatever I was required here, that I have established with this circuit. Am I correct? So I have established here this performs me 2s complement of subtrahend, can I say? And this is my minuend, which finally gives me what, students? A minus B. So can I say that this circuit gives me a 4-bit subtractor circuit if I am going to give here all these as a 1. Okay, now next case 2. If you have any doubt, please ask me, students. Just silent won't you make you understand. Okay, so case 2. So if you won't tell that, I will assume that you are understanding. Okay, please let me know if you are not understanding. Anytime you can see my videos and you can understand. I don't think so many of you are seeing videos, but it's very bad habit. You have to see every time after the end of the class at the evening. You need to see the videos and you try to understand. If you are not understanding, ask me. Okay, so case 2. Let's say case 2 is what I have done over here in case 2. So I have been given here all the bits as a now 0. Instead of 1, I have been given every bits as a 0. So if I'll give 0 all the bits, what it will give, students? Can I say that this is my A, which is A3, A2, A1, A0? Since I have given all this B is 0, so I am getting here instead of B3 bar B3, instead of B2 bar B2, sorry, instead of B1 bar B1, instead of B0 bar B0. Okay, are you all understanding? So I have got B as it is here, B3, B2, B1, B0, and this also add with carry 0, so that what I'll get, this is also can say that this is A plus B. This is called your a 4-bit subtractor circuit. Excuse me, and this is called your 4-bit adder circuit. Okay, so only difference is what here, students? I'm just going to change my, so here finally what would be my design over here? My design would be very simple. I have been just designing here. This is my full adder, F0, C0, this is A0. It goes to my inputs through the XOR. Just I'm doing C1. This gives me output 0, and this is my another full adder, FA1. This gives me A1. This is B0, and this gives through the XOR B1. Next C2, FA2. This is A2. This is through the XOR B2. C3. This is my FA3. This all gives the outputs O1, O2, O3, and this is my A3. This is my go through the XOR, which is B3, and finally this gives me C4. Now tell me what would be my design. So what I will do here, I'll just going to connect all this. Okay, I'm just going to connect all this with carry, and I am going to give here either 0 or 1. If I give 0, it will perform. If C0 is 0, it will perform what, students? Adder operation. If C0 is 1, it performs subtractor operation. Okay, do you all understand, students, or any doubt? Please let me know. Any doubt? Now, the question is another important question I'm going to tell you. So, let's say the question has been asked. Do you all understand this is a circuit which actually gives us 4-bit adder subtractor circuit? It may come in the exam. You need to explain this is the way. Okay. If you have doubt, please unmute and ask me, students. If you have no doubt, this is the operation. Okay. How I have done, have you seen it? How case 1 has given me subtraction operation, how case 2 has given me adder subtraction. Okay. Now, the question is design a 4-bit incremental circuit. What do you mean by incremental, first of all? Tell me. 4-bit incremental circuit means, let's say A is as it is. This is my case 3, students. This is a very special case. Case 3. Let's say A is as it is. A3, A1, A2, A1, A0. B, what I did, I have been given here B. All these B's I have been given here. B0 is 1, B1 is 1, B2 is 1, B3 is 1. Do you all understand what I'm saying? Here, I have been given all these B0, B2, B1, B3, all are 1. And even if this C0 is 1, are you understanding? Even if this C0 is 1. So now tell me what will happen. This 1 and 1, what it will give me? 1 and 1 XOR is 0. 1 and 1 XOR 0. 1 and 1 XOR 0. 1 and 1 XOR 0. So what do you understand? All B bits now 0. Along with, what is my carry here? My carry is 1. So can I put it as a 1 here? So what it gives me, students? A plus 1. So this is a incremental circuit. Very, very important gate question, students. Okay. If you have doubt, please let me know. Please unmute and ask me if you have doubt, students. Just simply sitting won't help you in the exams. Any doubt, students? Aishwarya, did you understand how I have designed the adder subtractor
Yes,
circuit?
yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Incremental, do you all understand, students? Rakesh, are you there, Rakesh? P. Rakesh, are you there? Hello, Rakesh, are you there? Hmm? Okay. Sai, Tanmay, are you there, Tanmay? Any doubt? If there is no doubt, I'll just proceed like this. I don't know whether you guys will, how you guys has been going to attend the exam. Okay, your wish. So next part is, so another type of adder circuit which is called look ahead carry adder. Also, you can say that this is also carry look ahead adder. Okay, it is also CLA. So another adder circuit. Okay, so see here, I'm going to tell you few important concepts before starting. So as we know that a full adder require what actually, sorry, a full adder requires two half adders and a OR gate. So this you can say that this is a XOR gate and this is my AND gate operation. Okay, so this is my, let's say, AI, BI, and this is my PI, let's say GI. These are all names I have been given. So how to design a full adder? I'm just going to take this and I'm going to take a CI over here. Okay, CI over here. So this will goes to another XOR and it gives the sum SI. So this is my A XOR B XOR C, which gives me sum of the full adder. Now this and this AND get. So these two are my half adders. So this is the half adder 1, this is a half adder 2. And how to get the sum carry? Carry will be from here and here it will be goes to your OR gate, which gives me Ci plus 1. Ci plus 1. Okay, what is that? So can I say this is my Gi and this is my Pi and this is my Ci. So this is my Pi Ci. So can I say that Ci plus 1 is Gi plus Pi Ci? Yes. And what is Si? Si is nothing else. Pi XOR Ci. Okay, do you all understand? So what do you got from here? From the full adder, I have got here two things. What is that? My sum, which is actually Pi XOR Ci, and my carry Ci plus 1. It is next bit carry, students. Okay, why it is carry look ahead adder? I will tell you, don't worry. So this is my thing I have got from here. Now somebody will ask you, design a 4-bit CLA. What you will do? So you need to have 4-bit CLA here. So how? Please see here. C0 is first of all what? C0 is the input carry. So which is, let's say what I'm going to do here. Let's say all this is A0, this is B0, this is C0. And it gives me P0, G0. This gives me CI, SI. Sum will be nothing else. My P0 XOR C0. But my carry is what, students? Carry is already C0 plus 1. C1 I will get. For 0th bit, for LSB, in order to design the LSB bit, I would be getting two things over here. What is that? My sum 0, I'll be getting like a P0 XOR C0. But I'm getting next bit carry here, which is C1. I'll be getting like G0, P0, C0. Do you all understand, students, what I got? For LSB, in while calculating the LSB sum and carry, my next bit carry is already ready. Understand? My next bit carry is already ready. That's why it's called carry look ahead adder. Okay, in order to designing the first LSB bit, my next bit carry is ready. Okay, that is the reason it's called the carry look ahead adder. Now tell me, what is my next bit? If I will perform next to next of LSB, what will be my thing? Which will give me S1, which is nothing else my P1 XOR C1. My C1 is already ready here. So now C2, I'll be getting next bit carry C2, which is G1 P1 C1. And I know that my C1 is this one. Can I put over here G1 plus P1? C1 is nothing else my G0 plus P0 C0. Can I write down here G1 P1 G0 P1 P0 C0? So my C2 is already ready for even for starting for the next bit operation. Okay, so that is the reason it's called the carry look ahead adder. Similarly, for the next bit of sum, S2, which is nothing else my P2 XOR C2. My C2 is ready here, P2 XOR C2. And what will be the next bit carry? C3, which is C3, which is nothing else G2 plus P2 C2. Okay, because I am performing operation for 2th bit. Okay, this is performing operation for 1th bit. This is performing operation for 0th bit. Okay, so this is for 2nd bit. I am getting this C3. Okay, so I know that G2, this is P2. C2 is nothing else my G1 P1 G0 plus P1 P0 C0. Okay, so I'll be getting here G2 P2 G1 P2 P1 G0 P2, P1, P0, C0. Okay, so I'll be getting C3 as like this. Okay, so now for second bit operation, I'll be obtaining C3 bits. That's why it's a carry look ahead adder. Okay, next for the third bit operation. So means third bit, third third bit means it's a 4-bit operation. So this is S3, which is P3 XOR C3. Next C4 I will get here, which is nothing else G3 P3 C3, which is G3 P3 C3. I know that. What is C3? Which is G2 P1 G1, P2 P1 G0, P2 P1 P0 C0. Okay, and finally I have got here G3 plus P3 G2, P3 P1 G1, P3 P2 P1 G0, P3 P2 P1 P0 C0. So this is my C4. Okay, so carry is ready. Okay, so do you all understand, students, or any doubt on this? So now in the next class I'm going to design this circuit actually. Okay, for this class, do you all understand what is this operation happening actually? I'm just requiring for single bit carry look ahead adder. I just need how many actually next bit carry it is generating with the same bit sum. Okay, it's generating next bit carry with same bit sum. Okay, so how I will utilize to design it, we'll see in the next class. One more thing students, next class actually is Himabindu ma'am's class. Okay, am I correct? Is it Himabindu ma'am's class? Can someone just unmute and tell me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that class also I am going to take. Okay, it is at 11:30, I think. Is it correct? 11:30, I think.
Yes,
Huh?
sir.
Okay, I'll take at 11:30. Ragvi, did you understand today's class?
Yes, sir, understood.
Okay, so I'm going to take in the next class also Himabindu ma'am's class. I'm going to take. Okay.